Good evening, everybody. Thanks a lot for joining us. So I'm so super excited for this game week. I kind of put it out in my kind of tweets and my posts and whatever, but I might even have 15, but I think I've got like 14 super rares locked and loaded, ready to rock, and I've got 6 goalkeepers that are locked on. I don't think any of the kind of iffy ones are likely to make an appearance. But it's a massive game week. Now, I've recently seen some great results from you guys out there, particularly, you know, like friends of the channel, McBride has been on a shit hot run of wins at the moment. Hendo podiumed, got a number 2, pulled an Eddie Segura super rare and 0.8 of an refer. Did a great video analysing the win, by the way. Make sure you check out his YouTube channel. It's just Hendo SoRare. You'll be able to find it. But very much, yeah. So the rewards are getting dished out. Plans of other people that I'm starting to see. You guys in the comment section as well. You guys are telling me about different things as well. Jonathan Rolfe has been killing it amongst a few of the other guys as well. And we're all at different stages of our journey in terms of what killing it really means. But when you're killing it in the kind of end product kind of sense, you know, you're actually pulling, you know, podium positions and top 10 places and top 20s and that kind of thing, then it's very satisfying, very, very rewarding. And for me, I've got one of those game weeks coming up. Like, I've just been waiting for, I've just had a wee thing backfire here, a wee thing backfire there. I still am on pretty good form, and I think it's important to kind of remember that sometimes, because, like, you know, individually, when you do hit like, oh, I've had such bum luck there, you know, you might have just, you know, what did you get lucky with last week? Because you've got to take the rough with the smooth with football, especially doing forecasting on football, because especially when you go across the globe, it is really a madman's game for all intents and purposes. But it's fun and we love it, don't we? So yeah. So I'm not getting much leaving behind. We're not leaving too much behind from the midweek, but I'll show you what I've got there. We'll start off on SoRare data. We'll be doing a SoRare data league first of all. We'll be deploying our best 11 cards. We'll then be diving into the Flint Michigan Mega Bowl. We've got a game week organised for that, and then we will be going into just straight SO5. And guys, like, I'm happy to spend as long as there is on the stream tonight to get actually stuck into this, because I've got such a big conundrum that I really do need to weigh up one last time with you guys at home. Is, you know, just how top heavy do I want my entries to be, and, you know, we'll kind of go through the schematics of it all and whatever. Anyway, we'll have some good fun, and you guys in the comment section are going to give it as good as you get, I'm sure, as well, with suggestions and other, you know me guys, I'm all about tangents. Anything you want to drop in the comment section below, there's a good chance I'm going to read it and spiral out with you. Speaking of the comment section, Robert Turner, evening my man, good to see you. And the Shrew AA is in the house, evening, good to see you. I love the party poppers. Have you won something this game week? And the Shrewsbury Wolf is also here. I'm good, man, thanks for joining us. Jonathan Roberts, the man himself. Oh, did I say Jonathan Rolfe? I think maybe both the Jonathans are doing well. What a SoRare indulgent fures ahead with your show, followed by the 2 Andrews. Yeah, I'm going to be picking up on that pretty much when I log off from this as well, to be honest. I think it's like 11 o'clock our time, so I normally stream for about an hour or so, so I thought, yeah, I did try and come on a little bit earlier, but still, I think, yeah, takes the pressure off for me as well, because sometimes I feel like sometimes the streams go really long. Anyway, I don't want to dabble to it for too long to kill the time, but so I kind of like that as well. It makes me feel good as well, so I'm like, if I'm kind of done, I've kind of rattled through everything, then I know there's more on the horizon, because when it gets to game week, I'm the same, guys. I consume content just like you guys do, you know. You get hungry for it, you're like, oh, I just want to watch a wee video. I wish somebody was like, oh, I listened to the podcast as soon as it came out. I wish I waited, you know, for a more appropriate time or whatever. So yeah, Jonathan Roberts, I'm with you all the way on that, my man. Speaking of which, Chrissy Quirk is with us as well tonight. Check out his channel. Good evening. Hope you're all well. I really liked all the Julius Caesar stuff. The last thing, Chrissy, that was good. I need to go back for a second view on that because I was at work and I was trying to. That's what I'm talking about. Like, I don't really wait for appropriate times often. I'll just see like notification. Oh, brilliant! I'll watch that, and then it's maybe not the best time. Then you have to go back to it later. Blah blah blah. But yeah, check out Chrissy Boy's channel. Matty Boy is good as well. Misaki is in the house, and we've also got Evan. Boom, fist bumps to all. How are we doing? So, I'll show you what we're leaving. And actually, I've got a decent little bit of luck, I think, coming out the midweek. So, I had a pretty much guaranteed DNP goalkeeper. There was like a slim chance. There was, by definition, a snowball's chance in hell that it would have made it, kind of. Just wasn't going to happen. It could have. It didn't. Sunjic, by the way, I've been saying this privately to people that I've been chatting to, but the form that I hoped for, that I bought him for on the small sample size that he had, is starting to show itself. So really happy that he has just done his job. And the option I had the last game week, if you recall, is that was between him or Segura, and I went for him just for that kind of, he's at home, form, blah blah blah, whatever, and paid off for me very well. Sangar hasn't really showed up in Europe so far this season, but it is early season, and for dominating midfielders like that, you do need to get a rhythm. You need to get, all the kind of pieces, because when you're in the centre of the park, if there is people coming and going and you're not really playing with a full strength team, those guys in the middle of the pitch, their pass completion relies upon the people they're passing to. How many times they need to recover the ball will rely upon, who's around them, how successfully do that, how fit they are, blah blah blah. The guys in the middle of the pitch are a lot more vulnerable to the pieces around them from an SO5 perspective, especially guys like Sangar, these kind of defensive, little bit box to box midfielders. We've still got Prince Chanatip to run, the Prince from Thailand himself. He's got a game at 10 AM tomorrow, so he should get me up to the 0.02. I'm already, look at that, 205 I'm already at, with just the Sunjic pulling in his 60, Sangar just dropping in a wee 40, but Captain Vela is, and again, just like the same with Sunjic, the form I've been waiting for Vela is here. His last 5 is incredible. The form is only going up. They've just like Mark Anthony Kago, which is a massive transfer. But I suspect they're going to try and do something in terms of reinforcing the squad, because they're kind of lumbered now with Brian Rodriguez. I don't really want him, and nobody really wants him either. So it's a kind of necessary trade they've got, because they're kind of carrying some dead weight on the team. But they've still got Jafuentes, they've still got Blessing, who's good in CM, and they've still got Atuesta, so I still have the form Cifuentes is on, and again McBride is laughing his ass off at the price he got that guy for on super rare level. His form has been stellar. So I don't think it's really going to impact LASC too badly, because he's been away at Gold Cup anyway for the majority of this period, especially when Vela's scores have been good, which has been making me happy. So anyway, with any luck, Championship starts tomorrow, and all I need him to do is pull in 44.62 points, including his multiplier. That's what a little orange number there is, in case you're wondering. Am I close to a card? If he gets like, and there will be other people that have cards in this match running, of course, but I reckon that, if I got like a 70 points out of him, I could actually walk away with a card, which would be a nice 11th hour bonus. Wow, cool. So I would take a tier 3. It could be the most dog shit D3 tier 3 going. I do not expect to win any card, but if I did, if he gets a goal or a decisive and pulls in one of his peak scores, which Gamba, it's their second game in 3 days. They've had a lot of fixtures to catch up on. They're running on E, as the song goes. So yeah, anything could happen. I'm not holding my breath, but hey ho, TBC. So we'll start off with sorry, I'm just not logged into this yet. We'll start off with the SoRare Data League. Now, again, if you're new around here, and I know many of you guys won't be, but we like to start off in the SoRare Data League, because what it should give me is a nice clear outlook on my best 3 or 4 for each position in the club, without bias and without agenda, trying to run I should maybe put him with him, or if I put him there I can get more teams out, which is kind of how I've got this set up coming into the stream, if I'm honest. As I have went to try and maximise how top heavy I am, but I want to have another look at it, get a wee chat with you guys, see if you think if I'm being mental or what. Without any further ado, that's just me got everything sorted. We are in the SoRare Data League now. My elo points have actually went down a little bit in the last couple of game weeks. I've lost 3 games on the bounce, by relatively narrow margins, man. Wow, 4 points in the last one, and the one before that was at 17 points or 27 points, and then that one's a bit more. That was Elvie definitely deserved the 3 points off me there, but these two guys are walking away laughing their asses off, 4 points and whatever. So we'll start here, and we've got to get the ELO ranking up. I think my squad, the club, deserves better than the one that we have at the moment. So we're going to go with the set formation of 3-4-3. That is the philosophy of the club, is to try and get as many decisive, capable players on the pitch as we can when it comes to SD11. Who's my best goalkeeper? I think Van der Vaart at home to Ostend is a great fixture. Baraza's form has been a mightily amazing surprise, but Columbus have been, Zellerian didn't start the last match. You've got to think that's with a start in this match in mind, because NYC are definitely a huge competitor for them in terms of the Eastern Conference standings. So, but again, that gives Baraza a great opportunity to get another great score, because if they did keep the clean sheet, which is not impossible, Columbus are far from being at their absolute best at the moment, then Baraza could be a game breaker this game week. Clean sheet and the amount of passes and long balls and stuff he gets, and if he got this, who knows. But Van der Vaart, I think I've got a good multiplier on him. It's a safe enough fixture. But in saying that, see what I love about SoRare data is this average opponent statistic. So I look at that and I think, well, the average opposition goalkeeper is like getting away with passing, basically. So if the see, for me, this is the way I interpret that. If a goalkeeper is getting a high average, right, you can say, yeah, it probably balances out with how many clean sheets they get versus the club, which is, versus the opponent in an away situation like this is. But also, it will be to do with their press, because if goalkeepers are getting the ability and this time and the space to make lots of free passes, dotting it around the back line, they're going to collect all those basic kind of points that do add up in the all-round score. And I think that might be the difference between a Columbus having a 51 rating for Baraza versus Ostend, who have a 48 for their opposing goalkeeper. I could quite feasibly imagine, knowing the type of players Ostend have in the SO5, that they're maybe a wee bit more ferocious, perhaps, or more successful in their press and whatnot, and give the goalkeepers less passing opportunities. Hassel against Minnesota before the last game looked good. We were also taking in such a huge score in the game week, and form starting to pick up for Minnesota. Don't know how attractive that really looks. And Galacy at Atlanta is not appealing looking. So I think my safest bet is going to be Van der Vaart. So he's going to go in the sticks for me. My back three, so what again, all I'm thinking about is just who's got the best chance of scoring as high as possible. Opposition comes into that, form comes into that, and also my kind of interpretation of all the stats around that and implications and whatnot. So Sunjic is at home, and I think his teams are quite good at home. But again, in that 11 situation, this guaranteed 60 can be valuable, but I do have the opportunity to get, like, I think Mark McKenzie has to be one of the first names on the team sheet. The form he's got is good. Genk are a really strong team, and Ostend are capable, don't get me wrong, but it's a game that I would expect Genk players to score well in. Equally, I can say the same for a few other guys I've got here, not towards the bottom of my pecking order, because a lot of them are wearing international duty and stuff. I'm actually going to delete Mark McKenzie from this, and I'm going to add in no, I'm going to put him in the middle, so I'll wait till I'm doing that one. And I kind of know who I want Matarrita to be on the left, because I think he'll come back in. Costa Rica have been eliminated from the Gold Cup, so if you get Costa Rican players, Jamaican players, and Canadians, Mexicans and Americans are all still away, as well as Qatar. I think Qatar are in the semi-finals of the Gold Cup. Many of you might have missed the fact that Qatar are in there. I think it's like a goodwill kind of thing to help them get up to speed for the World Cup, because they're the host nation. They are guaranteed a spot in the group stage, and obviously they are a very crap national team. They never qualify or win anything, historically speaking. So I think this is to give them almost like kind of prep. They will have the Confederations Cup as well, of course, but gives them a wee bit of prep. So if you have any Qatari players, which I don't think there is any, but if you do, they'll probably, I know they'll still be away. So I think we put Sunjic. I think I'm just going to go for his kind of guaranteed 60, because Mensah could score amazing against NYC. The only game week I haven't played Mensah was when he was playing Atlanta. Joseph was back, and I thought, I can't pick a defender in that team. I'm kind of feeling the same way, but when I did that last time, he shot 100. I don't know if I see him having the ability to get 100 against NYC, but I do think he could be on for like a big score. But in a game like that, all it takes is for a guy like this to get a booking or make a mistake, and is the good work he does in the match can kind of be handicapped. Whereas Sunjic, I think it'll be a wee bit more plain sailing. So for this purposes, I think Mensah and Sunjic are very much on par. but in this kind of scenario, I'm going to go for Sunjic. Mark McKenzie comes into the middle, and we'll put Matarita on the left. Okay, so we're back supporting Cincy this game week. So it is for the mad. It is for the mad. Okay, so when it comes to midfield, again, I've got some amazing options, but not all of them are available. I do think Gadi Kinda is one of my best midfielders this week, so I'm just going to pop him there now so I don't forget about him. I don't think Key's fixture is terribly good at Ulsan, you know, it's going to be a tough match. Really need them to get decisive in that game, and I suppose it's a big match, big players, that's when they step up. We know that on the channel, but you know, he's just not got the best form. He's hitting high 40s, you know, which is okay, but when I bought him he was banging in 70s and stuff, and part of his price tag, which is still sore to this day. But hey ho, we move on. Acevedo I think is similar to Sunjic, that I think I'll get a solid like 60-ish out of him, regardless of the situation. Grancia could do great against Portland, and I think Portland are still decent, but I think they've just signed Jovanovic, or I don't know if that's how you say it, and Chicharito should be back, but again these are question marks. For Sharon will come in, so I think for Sharon is one of my best midfielders this game week, easily. Almost certain to play and all the rest of it. I'm going to take out Kinda and put in, I think I will put in Grancia, but I want him on the right because I just don't like doing that with the other side. I like maybe kind of position accurate if that's any way possible. So I think I'm going to, I think I'm going to add in Grancia, because I think Grancia has got a good game for him to get decisive in. That's all he needs to do, you know, and he's a very lively player, and I've just lost him. And then who else did we have? Gadi Kinda. I think he's in good form. He's got a good fixture also. For a player like him, yeah, I'm happy with that. And then so my last midfielder, I'm tempted to go Medina, but Medina's form is like so good, like in terms of getting goals and whatever. You expect it to eventually, you know, he play when he doesn't do well, but he keeps doing well. Is he one of my best midfielders this game? I think if I'm saying that Grancia is, I think I'm going along the same wavelength. I'm going to say Medina also is. Over Zella Ryan, who I don't expect to get 90 minutes, really, no matter what the situation is in the NYC game, just with how they're managing him at the moment, and they're doing away fixtures at the moment. So when MLS clubs go on little runs of away fixtures, or they're on the road, you know, they basically plan that as a mini away tournament trip. You know, so they'll say, right, you know, in ideal situations we'll do this in this game and we'll do that in that game, and we'll try and get everyone through it in one piece and having a meaningful contribution, etc., etc. So anyway, that's how I feel about that. Whereas NYC haven't had as much travelling and they're home in this fixture. I'm not going to be picking the captains from midfield. I don't think. Once I finish up the 11, I'll come into the comment section and catch up with you guys at home. And then I'll do the bench and we'll get into some SO5. So my best three forwards, Chicharito, I've not got any idea if he's going to be playing or not. Larson is definitely in my top three. I think Johnny Russell is going to be in my top three also. Cabral could be Joseph and Orlando, 100% actually, because that's like a pure heated derby, and I've already taken this into my thinking for SO5. It's all kind of coming back to me, and I think I put Russell. Yeah, I think it's a great front three. It's got to be Captain Joseph. So Orlando Atlanta is like a mad rivalry, and Joseph is like the bad guy in it, you know. So he's back in the team. All the drama that's been going on is very well publicised at this point. I'm happy with that team. Really happy with that. So oh sorry, I'll catch up with you guys in the comment section. I'll stop blabbering. And good evening, Josh. Good to see you, my man. I'm very much ready for Game Week 188. I think my best 11 here is quite well equipped. Malky, good to see you, my man. Fist bump. Evening, non-stick llama. Stefan is in the house. Fist bumps all round. I hopped on Vela Golden Boot for MLS after that Laird fight. The odds are amazing. Very pleased to see him scoring. More of the same, please. I might back it as well. What was it? Was it 5,000 to 1? Was it 500 to 1? That's mental. I definitely need to put like a fiver on that, Or imagine you put 5 ETH on it and then you get paid out in like 500 times the ETH. That'd be cool, wouldn't it? Anyway, yeah, game week won't close properly till 11:45 when the Sapporo game finishes. Fantastic. Evening, Quinny. I sold my best striker today. Moldy, why? Lars was sold. Is that Larson? Or Lars? I think we've had this chat already, sorry. Paid €122 and sold him for over 500. Wow, fair play, man. It was a tough choice, but decided to cash in while he was at his yeah, great building block trade, you know, so you've got a lot of options with that, and fair play, man. That's a great trade, and I think yeah, well done, Moldy. Good trade, my man. It does feel bad. It does hurt. I done it myself with like Bailey. I had a really good run of success with Bailey and Amiri, and I sold both of them, and I felt really bad when I sold both of them. But the intention when I bought both of them, this is what I had to keep reminding myself of, and is when I bought them, I said I will sell him. You know, like, so with the cards I make that decision with, kind of like you have, it's one of these ones you need to remember the day one intention. You know, that has to be fulfilled, because you can't get swayed by noise and feelings and, you know, what you suspect is intuition, you know. So fair play, man. Toby Hope, bang, fist bump, good to see you, my man. Diego Almada and Jovlic joining. It is Jovlic or something, isn't it? MLS more FM Wonder Kids joining the roster. XM Kept, I think I've missed too much. Yeah, we're walking away with some ETH, and we've just picked our SD11 team. I have to make that SD scarcity symmetrical if it were mine. Oh, you go for the no. Johnny Russell on the left, Larson on the right, Joseph Arrowhead. Only 50s for Vela, and best you can get in the UK is 25s. Still value, yeah, definitely. We'll get sold by Cutrone on it for a profit. Nice. Do you think he does anything? Nice. Cutrone, I don't really know much about Cutrone at the moment. He was at Valencia. Is he back at Wolves? Is he in Italy? I don't know. But yeah, fair enough. Yeah, so let's have a wee peek at the bench. So who is going to be our substitute goalkeeper? I think it probably has to be Barraza, because I think he's definite starter. So I think that's kind of the only function he's really going to be serving for us. I want to play number 10. That's my favourite one. Yes, I have a favourite Barraza. In defence, it has to be Mensah, clearly. I was going to ask if you're excited about the SPL restart. We will quickly pass over that. Chrissy, you're so funny. Did you consider picking up any new locomotive players? I'm very much going to be buying some locomotive players, but I want to see the transfer business first. I'm quite excited about locomotive this year, but it really depends on the transfers they do. They're missing a few items. I watched them twice last season just by coincidence. I really liked Camano, I really liked Chiquera, and I really liked Chiquera, Camano, and who's the other one I liked? Well, I say it was a fullback. I can't remember now. Smolov is a legend as well, he's been around forever. So the two up front are handy. Midfielder, I think I'll go Acevedo just because he's guaranteed to play, and I reckon he's quite solid for a decent score from the bench. Yeah, I think he's quite safe. Or even Pozuelo. Nashville at home is a game Pozuelo should be rocking in. So yeah, let's go for the guy with the big paycheck, you know, who could deliver. And then my next best striker, Toy. Miami away, but it's just how many minutes will Toy get. Didn't start my last match. Cabral, a Jetty. No, I can't play a Jetty there. Well, I'll play Cabral there. Sorted. Let's save it again, just to make sure. Lineup saved. Awesome, possum. So that's our team. I think that's my best kind of players, top to bottom. We're going to take this information into. I've still got the Flint, Michigan Mega Bowl, so I'll pick my team for that. Zorn is being a wanker and local at the moment, if half the rumours are true. He's a madman. Who's Zorn? Is that the manager? Flint, Michigan Mega Bowl. I think I've got Dazzler this game week. I seen the tweet go out about it earlier. Looking sharp, cheers man. Haircut and shave my beard, and hey. He has been linked to Bologna and Sampdoria, fair play. He's looked sharp in pre-season at Wolves, training camp in Marbella. Nice. Cool. Cutrone sounds like he's got some stuff going on. So yeah, who do I have this game week? I've got God Morgan. Who's Dazzler got? Reskin. So half you guys, I tried to start a group chat, and half the guys in this division aren't in it, which is annoying. But anywho. Or maybe that was the first. Is that maybe the first game week? Those fixtures I just seen there. I think think we'll go 3-4-3 again. Actually, I don't think I'm not going to entirely replicate that team. Like, I think I'll play. Because bearing in mind, people at home, I don't really want to win this because I don't want to win the free card that SoRare Data is sponsored this competition with. You know, they've put the prize up for it. I don't want to win it. I want somebody in the competition to win it. So I'm happy to make my team a wee bit more kind of fun or themey or whatever. But equally, I don't want to get my ass kicked. You know, like. So I'll put Ronald Hernandez in here. So I reckon he could ball out. Jack Hendry, sure, in case there's a wee surprise on the cards. And Danny Wilson. We'll just get all the Scottish guys in. I think I'd like to do that already anyway. In midfield, I've got Morgan. I don't know if I'm getting any other Scottish midfielders or anything. I'll play Key, just in case he does do well. I'll play Key and Wanyama, centre mids, if I can get Morgan. Yeah, Morgan on the right. Cutting him with that left peg of his. I've got Cadden, probably won't play. But yeah, we'll then play Wanyama and Key. And then on the other side, Gadi Kinda, Kevin Paredes against Cincinnati. Oh yeah, let's play wee Kev. Give the wee youngster some 11-a-side experience. Lead him through the club. Love it. And then up front, I think the front three, I have to play Joseph just to, because it's Joseph. No, I can't play Joseph. Right, so I think I'll play Eric Lopez. Right, so I've got a wee sneaky 100 about him. A Jetty, because he might start, because Edward is getting pounded now for how shit he's been since he's not even really had his head turned as such, but he's just left, you know, he's just vacant. And then on the other side, who could we use? Cabral again. Yeah, like Cabral's on the bench in the main team, so we'll put Cabral that side. And we've got the symmetry, almost. Okay, I can fix that for you, right? We'll make this team symmetrical. How does that sound? So who do we have on that side? Jack Hendry, and then wee Ronnie Hernandez in the centre, dictating play. There we go. Wee bit of symmetry. How does that? Oh, look at that super rare spine, and then on the wings, and then captain. Let's go captain and Jetty. Why not? On the bench, let's just put Kalese because that's easy to click on. In defence, Sunjic, because he's becoming a wee bit of a cult hero at the club. Kinda, because I say I'm backing him to do well this game week. And then up front, let's go Toy. Or should I maybe start Toy? Nah. If a Jetty DNPs, then I've got that cover. If these guys DNP, I've got that cover. Yeah, okay, so that's fine. Right, cool. So we're in the Flint, Michigan Mega Bowl. Let's get ready to rumble. Should be a good one. Van der Voort should do well this week. Ustend look all out of sorts. I'm trusting Blessing to turn it around, but it's going to take some time. Nice, Chrissy. I know you're really get your finger on the pulse in Belgium, so thanks very much for that. Local technical director supposedly offering half the squad to Krasnodar to try and go for some crazy rebuild. Yeah, no, they've hired Ralph Ranyak, but to do something. That's why I'm interested in Locomotive. Mikey Basson, evening. So what's he then? Is he like director of football or something? They must have like conflicting roles. Maybe they're pissed off each other. Wilson has brain injury? Really? Unique poll, looking quite tasty. Wilson has a brain injury. Can someone confirm or refute that for me? I will look into that myself. But well, if he's out, who have I got on the bench? I've got Sunjic, so I'm not bothered about that. In that sense, if he's not well, I hope he gets better soon and all the rest of it. That's a bit of a brain injury. Wow. Yeah, somebody talk to me about that. Eh? That's a bit disconcerting. So this is the game week we've got, guys. Like I said in the tweets and the posts and everything else, everywhere else, I've got six goalkeepers out here now, and I've got 2 D2s with 4 super rares each, which is 8 cards. I've got 3 D3s, I think, which is 6. No, I've got 2 D3s, which is 4, 8, 12, and then I've got some other ones knocking around. I've got some options, so I think we'll start with. So this, first of all, right, guys, you know me, you know the strategy on the channel. We go for the biggest pot available right now. I find it really difficult, disbanding this team. But it's like Van der Voort is in D2. What am I doing? He should be U23. So the other proposition I've got, obviously, is I could go So by doing this, right, by having Van der Werf, he's probably my best goalkeeper, forgetting that he's U23, because in U23 I also have Thomas Hassel, who would be my super rare goalkeeper. I can't play two goalkeepers, you know. I then play the Mackenzie over here, and then I get this super rare front line. Like, pretty much all have to play. Like, Jake Mulroney came off the last Atlanta match with an injury in the first half. Eric Lopez came on, did okay, but the more he plays alongside like Joseph and that, and then as these other signings come in, he's getting minutes all over the place. I expect him to start this match. And Mulroney's very often come off the bench this season, so anyway, I expect that to happen. I expect Galaxy at home to Portland to do well, and Acevedo, you know, he's a rock star at the moment. Didn't start the last match, but equally I think that was perhaps with this game in mind, because it's a massive game for both teams involved, and that's what we like for big players, you know. So am I crazy, guys, going with two D2s, or did I drop the Hassel? So this Hassel here, did I put him into All-Star D2? Now bear in mind his fixture isn't really much better, if anything it's probably worse. Bring the Van der Werf back over, and then what I would do is make a D3 with two of these super rares and a Verscharen. So that's the kind of conundrum I've got, is that I play Van der, you know. So but the way I've kind of jigged this up now is I've decided that Hassel was for U23. I played him in All-Star and I don't think it hit, but he hit twice when I played him in U23. That's what I bought him for. I won 2 prizes from it, and I need to get every game week I can out of him, because that was the strategy I bought him for. He's won 2 prizes out of 4 game weeks, which is a 50 ratio at this point, which is fine, but I need to be greedy about this situation. I need to push the boat out and get as much as I can. I'm not going to play a super rare goalkeeper in D3. Am I? No, I wouldn't play a super rare goalkeeper in D3, because I don't think I have it's like as much as I could put for Sharon in here. Who else could my other rare be? Akhmatov is likely. Akhmatov in a game like that is liable to be booked, because he's very frequently booked. So I'm not too keen on a guy like him for this situation I'm in. Paredes is a question mark over just what kind of score he'll bring in. Keaton Parks is a question mark over whether he'll start or not. Toy away to Miami is a good game. Could even do that. I could even put Toy and Verscharen into this team, and I don't know who I would keep. Then does that strengthen me somewhere else? So I'm quite set on that now. So what would that strengthen? Let's say I take Eric Lopez. Let's say I leave Cabral there. Champion America. Is my D3 quite punty? I think it might be. No, it's not. It's actually quite strong. I've got Ronald Fernandez, who was likely to start. He'll start. And then this is Miami guys. Like, Miami guys are hard to back, you know, like morally speaking, you know. So let's just drop wee Morgan out of there. Let's see what else we've got knocking about that we've not used. Kinda is deployed. Paredes isn't. Paredes is a, you know, Cincinnati are as good a game as you could wish for, really, for most of your players. So I got Parks. I could play Parks, but again, I just don't know about his minutes. Eli is a question mark also. Pozuelo's used. I'd probably rather put a Tensio in here, but again, I don't. Tensio's in good form, really good rotated. I think Morgan might just be the best shout, just so I know that they need to play him. I think that's what I decided when I looked at this. They just need to play him. And Higuain, do I have any alternatives to him? Mason Toy's used in the division below. I think the division below I've went quite heavy. I don't know if Hernandez is playing. Yes, I think that's pretty much the best I can do with the American cards or whatever, so I'm content with that. So that's my real conundrum I've got, guys. I'll come back to the comment section and see what you are saying about my madness here. But I do feel that this front 3 here need to be together, and the only place they can be together is D2. So I have to have, and they're all over 23 of course. I could have them all in like Champion America D2, but the pot's smaller, and if these guys hit, I'm winning anything. You know, if I've got Grancier dropping a 60 to 70, Medina the same, and Joseph goes on one as captain, like that front 3 could get very damn close to like 350 between them if everything comes off and it hits in a big way. So they have to play together. Matarrita's got that in him, despite all those DNPs who've been at the Gold Cup, and Van der Werf's my best goalkeeper. So I find it really hard to tear that down, right? But then the next thing I take a wee step back and I look at, and I try and think with a sober body and mind, if you like, is my D3 is how good really is this. I'm relying on Mensa doing well, but Key again is a tough fixture, and Larson is a great fixture, right? But it is away and it is early season. I do expect Larson to do well, don't get me wrong, but it's not like a certainty, you know. Do I have better options elsewhere? I don't really think so. But it is a kind of, when I look at this team, I don't, you know me guys, I normally get vibed about it and I'm like, oh, this is podium dangerous. This team very well could be, but Sol isn't a great fixture from a super rare midfielder in this team to be playing. And I say Larson is away, you know, so away fixtures, you know, you can't look at them too favourably, even though the opposition is weak and you do expect them to run them over, but you just never know. Home team, and you know, I've always got a fighting chance, I've always got a puncher's chance of getting a sucker goal and changing the flow of the game and the tempo and all that kind of stuff. But I do think it's pretty much the best D3 I can make with having both of those D2s. Now if I take one of the D2s out the equation, I could downgrade it to a U23 D3 and then maybe get a different super rare in this picture, but then that will shelf the Key, you know, or the Larson, because they can only really be here. I'm not competing in Asia and I'm not competing in Challenger, so again am I satisfying the build that I've got available, or am I optimising? I think I'm somewhere in the middle, you know, which gives me an odd feeling now, because I'm normally so confident in the sense that this is the team that goes here and this is the team that goes there, but this game week there is, because it is early season, there's a lot to be discovered about form and strength of oppositions and all the rest of it. But I'm put Sunjic into D4 from the looks of it, and I've left Mensa here. And from what Chrissy Quirk was saying about Ostend, it makes me hesitant on even bringing Jack Hendry out of training to go into a team, because he was a consideration, but I'm definitely going to stick on leaving him in training this game week, I think. So again, I do feel like I think I've kind of optimised, because as much as like, oh, it's a tough game or whatever, the last time I thought that I brought home 100, and the rest of his form is good and they have had tough games. So in NYC are really good, and I know it was just a 5-0 victory, right? But NYC are not clinical yet. They might have turned a corner and they might now become that, but I've been watching them all season, all the last season of what it was, and just in general been following the club since its inception. And at the moment they're nowhere near their ruthless best. So I defend all that, can score well, you know, with clearances and returning the ball, headers, that kind of thing. So I think, yeah, it's kind of the thinking between this. And Vershaden is Vershaden. Away to Eupen, you'd expect another good performance from him, and with his goal in the last game week he brought home a 70. So I think it's a pretty good D3. I'm not getting that podium dangerous vibe about it. But let me see what you guys are giving it. Also suspended for a 5 times yellow card. Oh, Wilson, good shout. Let me check that out. I didn't notice he get booked in the last game. I'm always quite good for checking that stuff out. I'll click away at this in the background and then come back to it. So at D4, again, all the global competitions for me are one of the main priorities, because they've just got the biggest pot at the end of the rainbow. You know, if you are going to strike it and the combination that you put together hits, then you want the best prizes available. Laird, friend of the channel, has just won a division also, and I'm sure he'll gladly tell you, you know, he's glad he won global D4 versus like Champion America D4, because the pot you get is just so much better. If that's what it was, apologies if I've gotten invalid information there. But again, all these guys, I back them individually. Larson, I do think he'll do well. It is a good looking fixture, but I cannot be absolutely confident about it. Same with Pozuelo. Gadi Kinda, I just feel it in my bones. Same with Sunjic, I think he'll bring in a 60. And Baraza, I back the guy. If he brings in a 20, I can live with it, because look at that form for the last 4 coming in the Gold Cup. 40, 44, 76, 72. He's done me well. If he brings in a 20 this game week, I'm not going to lose any sleep about it. He's done the club proud in this little Gold Cup outing, and I very much look forward to Sean Johnson's international career blossoming from here on the bench, because it's helping me out immensely. So yeah, let me check in with you guys, sorry. So the 5 yellow cards thing, yeah, I'm checking that out. Morts, boom, good to see you, fist bump. Had some guy reach out to me on Discord this week, agreed a price that says he's not sure will come back tomorrow. Next day he comes back trying to get a better deal, saying someone else is selling cheaper. Yeah, it's frustrating when that happens. I'm going to be completely honest with you, Matty boy, I actually did something similar like that this week, but it was just sheer like, I made a direct offer, it got rejected, the guy reached out, I wanted to talk about a different card I had, a really big super rare that's just transferred to PSG, and I was like, listen, I listen to offers, but it needs to be crazy, like it needs to be crazy for me to think about it. And we spoke about a few things and whatever, and then he came back later on and he's like, actually, I thought about that offer, I rejected, I'd probably accept it now. And I kind of just got cold feet, to be honest with you. So I went away, came back. Somebody else was interested in one of the cards that was involved in it. And then I just thought, oh, this wasn't meant to be. I've just changed my mind kind of thing. So the guy might have been playing games with you, but I had a genuine kind of experience being the antagonist in that situation. And, hopefully it was not deliberate. But yeah, it can be annoying when it is, because I've had that as well. Keep the 2D2s, no point having the hassle otherwise. Yeah, Josh, you're giving me some affirmations here. Pedro Gallese might be injured. Gecko 2, I need you to source check that, or I need you to, what's the word I would say? Provide, guys, have a sleep, man. Provide credentials. Credentials? Oh, I don't know, I've lost it. RotoWire shows Gallese is out with a leg injury. Interesting. Paredes also a knock. Good to know. Vitoria will really want Spartak to bounce back after losing to Ruben in an opening day. Fancy to win big. They very well could be. They looked great. I like the new manager. They've kept with the same shape thus far. I don't know if that's what he does anyway, or if he's coming in and he's like, listen, you guys are ticking over A-okay by me. Let's just copy and paste and keep running. And if they do that, like they've got. I really like the Spartak team, like I really, really do. Like, see if we were to fast forward to 12 months from now and they're in the Europa League final, I wouldn't be surprised, like they're a really good team, they're really fun to watch, and they've got, like, they've got a good vibe, it's so weird, like, explaining that, but I'm with you, Josh, on that one. I am biased as well, remember that. I have faith in Key Sol, finally won a game, hoping it's the start of some form. Me too, Misaki, me too. Mifpa. Heard anything about the Gold Cup players coming back this weekend, specifically Andre Blake? Well, I know the Costa Ricans are back in training with Cincinnati. They were eliminated, I think, maybe the day before or the day after Jamaica. You need to check that out. But please also note, the Gold Cup was hosted in the United States of America, so they've not left the country. They have just been, like, all the matches have been played in, like, New York and where's the other stadium? There was, like, 2 or 3 stadiums that were getting played around. And it's in the country, so there's no real reason that your guys from Jamaica and Costa Rica should not be back in action. Morps, thumbs up. So yeah, so we're going D2 over here. I think we're going to be hanging on that. Mackenzie, I think, can rock and roll up here. And I was watching Hendo's video earlier on. I had to watch it twice. I listened to it when I was driving about in the car, and I thought, he was talking about some stuff. I want to see what he was talking about, and I watched it again, like visually, and seeing him finish second with a rare defender, I kind of knew I had this team lying out, and I thought, yeah, that feels good. I might not, if somebody with a unique might win first, cool, but if this team's got every chance of doing that. Eric Lopez, I'm relying on Joseph turning up, and I'm thinking he's going to be supplying him, maybe getting assists and maybe some key passes, that kind of thing, maybe a couple of shots himself, maybe even a goal himself if I'm lucky. Cabral the same, and Acevedo, I just expect him to run midfield anyway. So having the rare defender, seeing Hendo getting second, fills me with confidence, gives me belief that Barcelona can replicate Dunfermline 1886, I want to say it is, and the SO5 D2 standings this game week. The D3 over here we've already looked at, I'm sure. I've got to double check. Yeah, and again, I think this is an even. So Gallese was suspected as a leg injury. What did I do about that? Did I smash these 2 teams up and make one team? I think I do. If RotoWire's got them down as absent, I will be listening to the RotoWire podcast, and I will be in the live chat, and I will be after direct confirmation. I think we bin both these teams in, and we go D3 with Luis Barraza, my boy. Ron Fernandez in defence, sure, that works for me. Wanyama in midfield, sure, that works for me. Up top, I think we go Mason Toy, but just don't know if he's going to start or not. Definitely Johnny Russell if he's not in the team actually. And Zella Ryan. So I think that is actually an ace. I think that's actually worked out for the best, in fact, I think that's a much better D3 than having Morgan and Higuain. So I think I was kind of, I think before the Ronald Hernandez in here, I think I'd put, was it Eric Lopez or Brian Gutierrez? But I'd put someone in here and I thought it was a wee bit punty. But Ronald Hernandez will definitely start, as far as I'm concerned anyway. He's just getting so much love on social media. He is playing, he is like standing in for Miles Robinson and George Bello and these guys who are still away on international duty. So I expect him to play. I cannot captain Zella Ryan because he's playing NYC, but I will captain Johnny Russell, who's at home to Dallas in the form he's on. He deserves the captain's armband this week. And I actually think that's for the best. Thank you very much for the Galacy news. I hope it is correct. Yeah, so you'll need to like see to really find out. Oh, Moldy's seen on the Twitter page. Yeah, that's exactly what you need to do. Is you just need to troll the club Twitter and look at all the little posts they do, the wee 15-second videos of training and the wee pictures, and you really need to try and find them in the crowd. They did a post Cincinnati, thankfully, like naming Matarrita and Alan Cruz is back in training on like what day is today? Thursday, must have been Monday or Tuesday. So it's like fucking brilliant. I know they're playing now, maybe Wednesday, but not yesterday anyway. It was longer ago than that. So I'm quite happy with that. Do I have the ability to maybe shuffle things around to get another goalkeeper out? I don't think I do. It's just the Galacy. Johnson's still away. Van der Veer's deployed. Turner's away. McCarthy's not going to get a game, is he? You know, really. Let's call a spade here. Galacy. It's such a big match, by the way. I wouldn't be surprised, number one, if that report was mind games. And number two, if they just risked them anyway, because he is such a valuable goalkeeper to them. And then, like I say, it's a huge derby. So I might just put a punty D4 America out with Galacy, just in case one of those things happens as well. Why not? With these are telling me about Danny Wilson and all the rest of it. I think I'm gonna go Kemar Lawrence. I expect him to be back. It might be a nice wee. I say the goalkeeper's unlikely DNP from what he's telling me. Let's just play Kemar Lawrence. Why the hell not? And then Morgan Higuain, they're going to go in here, aren't they? And then I guess Toy, sure, why not? And then we'll go Captain Hig. Let's see what happens, eh? Probably nothing, but you never know. So I think that's how I'm kind of rigged out for this game week. I'll just need to fix training somehow for someone. Just one spot. Who did I just nick? Oh, Lawrence. So I've got the Vines I just won in the last game week. I've got the Eduardo that's just won in the last game week. He's actually quite a fucking beast card. And then I've got Akhmatov. I'm okay with Akhmatov's bonus because when he loses his season bonus, he'll still be around that 5%ish mark. Maybe I want to get him in training just to get him over the line. Danny Wilson's A-OK. Eduardo's A-OK. Vines, yeah, okay, so I'm going to put Akhmatov at the training. And they get him up to 10% before the new season cards come out, and then I'm on the same footing as everyone else. Makes no difference to me with a card like that. But some other cards I'm ahead of the game, like you can see Albion Jet, he's up at 6.5%. He was out of season last season, right enough. And Teze is up at 10.5%, so even when he loses his new season bonus, he'll go down to 5.5%, so I'll still be better than buying one today, if that makes sense. That's the XP starting to pay off a little tiny bit. And then with guys like Ajeti, and I think you just seen with Vershaden, I think he's maybe lost his new season bonus. In fact, I think I just seen him with 7%. Where did we put Vershaden again? All-Star D3, I think, wasn't it? Is he up at 11% still? Or yeah, he's at 31 with captain's armband, so he's up at 11. So when he loses his new season bonus again, I'll be at 6% with him. We've got Van der Veer up at 7.5%, so these percentage bonuses are really starting to kick in now. Because again, with the Van der Veer, I've got it's 7.5%. If you've got a this season Van der Veer at a similar level, it will say similar to like Mateze or whatever. You'll have them up at 10.5%, 11%, whatever. And then when you lose your season bonus, you're going to go back down to like 5 and 6. I'm not going to lose any of that. I'm already even ahead of those guys, you know. So the older cards are now getting that little slither of an advantage over, you know. Just we're starting to, you know, I am anyway, having cards of multiple generations and having had them for long enough for the training to be paying off for me. And I'm hoping some of these factors will come into play this game week and really get me over the line. Medina's a good one as well, out of season, up at 27% for a super rare. Same with the Matarrita. So they're even not far off competing off of these new season guys as well. So I'm actually really hopeful in a lot of ways. I am a bit worried, and I think the America situation is kind of eased my worries a little bit, because I think, do you know what, that team is if this team won out the blue, I wouldn't be surprised one bit really. But it's much stronger than what it was previously, so that makes me feel good. And yeah, I think overall, guys, sorry, I'm back in this team for no reason. I'm really happy with my game week deployment. Now, as you'll know, if you checked out the YouTube Shorts, now what I must say, guys, at this point is if you're not on YouTube a lot, at the bottom of your, when you go in the app, there's like 5 little things. The second to left one is called Shorts. I've been doing pack openings in there, you know, my reward pack openings kind of thing. They'll be coming. I've seen other guys in the community doing it as well. If you want to get involved in that stuff, guys, see what I was just talking about, like your YouTube, see the middle icon, it's a little plus sign. They've kind of opened up this feature, kind of like, I don't know, like TikTok or whatever. So you just basically like create a short. If you've got a little screen grab app on your phone, I use one called Mobizin. You'll find better ones out there. It is quite naff. It's okay, I suppose. I quite like it. I've used it a long enough time. I'm kind of, you know, institutionalised with them now at this point. But anyway, you can screen record you getting yourself your rewards. You press that little, so when you look at the YouTube app, there's 5 icons at the bottom. The middle one is a little plus sign. You hit that, you upload the wee video. If you're quite handy on your phone and with tech, you can run a tune round the back, or you can record your mic and talk through it and see your rewards come through and whatever. And if you want to do that, guys, what I'm going to start doing, and I encourage all of you to do who are happy to, or you're going to do that kind of thing, some of you guys out there already have, some of you might go on to do so, is do hashtag trophy day, and we'll get the little trophy emoji at the end of it. So then what happens is, sorry, I'll just pull up a little example of this for you on like one of my videos or something. When you've got that little hashtag kind of running on YouTube, what it means is for yourself, this is for trophy day especially, right? But it means you will be able to look at lots of rewards, you know, what other people are winning, prizes have pulled, whatever, very easily on trophy day. You know, Twitter's good, and it's good like putting your pictures up and all the rest of it. But let me see. So if I click on, actually, I might need to. Actually, I might need to edit. Yeah, we'll try editing mine. I'll show you this in a second once I fire it up. So I'm going to put that little hashtag thing on it. And then it should, actually, I've just remembered with these shorts, like you don't actually, oh, you can do a description if you go and edit it. And then I don't know how to get emojis up on that little bit, so I'm going to have to go on Twitter and copy and paste it. If you're doing it on your phone, obviously you've got emojis on your keyboard. 2 seconds. I thought about this earlier and I thought I'm not going to bother, and I thought why not, because it's really, I really, you know, I've seen somebody else, I can't remember who it was, but a few guys have done it, but if we kind of coordinate and have it on a nice little kind of cool hashtag, it's like ours, you know, it means you can see everyone's rewards. Yeah, it's done it. Right, sorted. Save. Let me see if this has worked out the way I expect it to. Come on. Oh, come on, no, that, yeah. Yes, it does. Brilliant. Oh, Jesus. You're not going to believe this, guys. This has been hijacked a little bit already, so we need to flood this out, right? You'll see what I mean in a second, right? So, anyway, put hashtag trophy day with the wee emoji, right? I've just added it to my last little pack rewarding thing, right? So you can see it here, right? Now, if you're on your phone or if you're on the computer or whatever, you just click on that hashtag, and then if we all do it, you'll be able to see what everyone's kind of rewards are and everything. Now, obviously, you can see there's a few Rangers videos here. We need to flood them out of this hashtag, right? And make it our own. But with the little trophy emoji, and we'll see if YouTube picks that up and it maybe makes that, maybe we can start a logo-based emoji. Maybe we can do that together, guys. If you want to do it on Twitter as well, by all means, feel free. But if you take up the option to do a little short, do a little recording of your reward, if you podium, if you're proud of it, it's your first card, it's your best card, whatever, then it's dead easy to do on your phone. They're trying to make it kind of like TikTok-y, just with a YouTube kind of angle on it. So you don't need to have a channel, you don't need to be a content creator. Anyone can do it. It's just a little plus icon, make a short, and you somehow screen record your phone opening the rewards prior to you doing that, and you upload it and fire it off, and off it goes. So anyway, that's enough about that. But this is an old one, the Fafa P Cult one. And then, yeah, anyway, we're not watching that. So guys, I think that's pretty much me. As I say, I'm very glad that the Andrews are coming on afterwards, because I did suspect that I had my, I want to check out the I've got this open. I want to check out the Danny Wilson situation. So where's the Rapids? Rapids are away to Austin. Do you know what? I don't think that's a good fixture for Rapids this week, to be honest with you. There's no mention. There's no mention of Danny Wilson on yellow cards. Let's see how many the man's picked up. And yeah, someone verified this brain injury malarkey or rumour. Galacy upgraded to questionable. Orlando City listing Sebastian Manez is out, lower body injury. Galacy, Pato and Junior Urso all listed as questionable, lower body injuries. Teze not in any of the games versus Galatasaray was pissing me off. It pissed me off the first time and I didn't let myself get caught out the second time. But I'm with you all the way there. I don't understand it. It does upset me and annoy me because I've been looking forward to him. He did great in the under-21s in the summer for Holland. I fucking hope he does start. He did well, man. His scores in SO5 were brilliant. I don't know if they're maybe putting something in the shop window because they do have a lot of talent in defence. Let's hit the like button, guys. Yeah! Let's hit the like button. If you're enjoying yourself, of course. Flushing the videos out is a campaign I can get behind. I just need to win some rewards first. I'll see you over in the Andrews pod soon. Yeah, but I'll catch you in the live chat. I don't know how active I'll be listening to my headphones and getting ready for bed and whatever. But yeah, so let me have a look. Danny Wilson is on 5 yellows. Fucking great call. Absolutely great. Let me just check. I'm actually just going to do that kind of check on like Galaxy and anyone else. I'm kind of, let's have Atlanta. I'm not going to do it that way. I can just click on this, can't I? Yes, let's check out Atlanta. I want to see how they're doing for yellows. I'll check Atlanta, New York, and the Galaxy. They're the main ones I'm worried about. Santiago Sosa's on 6. I think he's done his by now. Eric Lopez is only 1 away. Glad I checked that out. Kind of catches up on you. Sneaks up on you, that kind of shit. New York, I want to check. Something like Acevedo or something been yellowed up would be fucking brutal, by the way. I'd have to go back to the drawing board on like everything. Wilson also ankle injury. Jesus, man, like Noble Hesse, he's got a sore ankle, he's got a brain injury, he's got yellows. Like, you're just the bearer of bad news with Danny Wilson. Is this a personal thing that we're involved in? Unaware. So let's see who's got the freeze. Ibiaga and Shano. Acevedo has 5. Oh, by the way, we might have just caught a fireball, by the way. When did they get the last one? If it was in the last match. Oh, it was. Acevedo is yellowed up. Fuck. A lot of these grand designs are undone. Jesus, he is U23 and he was in my strong batch of U23s. I don't think I've got much flexibility in this region, especially in terms of midfield. Wow, this might actually hamstring me all of a sudden. Thank you very much. Bearer of bad news, Noble Hesse. Noble Hesse, I bow to you. Thank you for interacting in the live stream. Thank you very much for being on the live chat. Barco's not going to be fucking in town. Gutierrez is bench for. I think I need to. Yeah, Alvarez is still away. Yeah, I've got no midfielder now, so I think I have to bin this team. Wow, that froze a spanner right in the works. So what I need to do is build the D3 over here first. I'm going to have to pull Van de Voort in. So I'm not playing the hassle in D2. So Van de Voort is going to come in. Mackenzie drops in here. Look at Mackenzie up at 12%. That's fucking brilliant. So we can't be using Acevedo. I think I want for Sharon over here. Yeah, I want for Sharon over here for Shilsies. With that 11%, it's just look at that. Look at the percentages I've got in these 3 rares. That's just too appealing. And then I'm going super rare up front. I'm going Cabral and Lopez. Let's bring it on, man. Let's do it. And then Captain Yari. That's what we're going with. Wish me luck. Lopez is a wee bit gambly, but I've got a good feeling he'll start, and I think the implications of that. So Hassel just drops straight into here. No implications, no changes. None of these guys are U23. I don't think I really want to shuffle any of them around. D3, who I just taken out here for Sharon. So I need another good midfielder to come in. I had Zella Ryan over in a D4 somewhere. I might want to call upon him. And who else do I have in the lower reaches that I might want to summon? In lower reaches I mean like lower divisions, you know, put them in D4s or something I'm not prioritising as much as this one. So Mackenzie taken. Giddy Kind. It's a wee bit of a gamble, but I've got a feeling about him. Johnny Russell, I think, fits in this team. In terms of calibre, I think he strengthens this team. He does weaken the team he comes out of, but I think it's a testament to what I'm getting out of him. Egwene, no chance. Zella Ryan, I'm not quite confident putting Zella Ryan in this team. Same with Parks. Same with Toy. I just don't know what Toy's minutes will be like. I might actually give Toy another little kind of check over, but I think I'll be bringing in who's the kind of obvious one I just said, sorry, Johnny Russell. I'm bringing Johnny Russell into this fold for sure. I think I'll just make him captain over Captain Mensah. Yeah, okay, so that works. Jesus, man, a wee bit of last minute surgery, guys. What are we all about, man? So I'm going to delete this punty, no, leave that punty team the way it is. And then best striker I've got available. Right, let's check out Toy, right? Let's check out what Mason Toy's minutes look like. I don't know if it's been a gradual return or if it's been a rotational rest. Key and Larson together, Malky, it is deliberate. I didn't want to put Wanyama with Key because like I can use Wanyama in America, and Wanyama is very much a solid like 40, low 50 guy without like playing his skin out. But for a D3 super rare, that is completely serviceable and can do the job. Who was I coming here to check again? Oh yeah, Mason Toy. So Montreal are 7th. I got a wee bit higher than that. It's very tight. That Eastern Conference, very very tight. Mason Toy. 10 games, 6 goals. It's been a great season. So 83 minutes in the last match, 20. So let's see, what's the pattern been? Come back from injury. Second half, start, off the bench, start. And so away to New York, which in the grand scheme of things isn't too bad for Montreal, I don't think, because they have been road based for a long time anyway. Same in New England, but now I think they're at home, aren't they? So I think they're getting, yeah, or not, or Cincinnati at home. Let me check this fixture. If they're at home, I'm going with, no, not that. I might put Toy in that D3 America. No, they're away, so it's a wee bit of a road trip. So, Egwene's at home. He's been taking a lot of flack. Does he stand up to the criticism? I'm going to go against my better judgment and put Mason Toy here and captain him. I'm going against my better judgment, but there's just something about Miami and Phil Neville and all that being vulnerable, and Montreal are very much in the ascendancy. I think that makes the most sense. And then who am I going to get to fill in here now? So this is like, if you've watched that video dropping the depth chart, this is the implications that making this kind of preparation for being like active, like pretty much as all season round as you possibly can be, is paying off, because now a sudden change like that has a little cascading effect, and I'm basically moving down from a D2 under 23 to a D3, but the strength and the quality of my lineups isn't really changing too much. There's a little bit of the jeopardy getting moved up the totem pole that I wasn't planning on doing, but certainly I can live with it, you know. Alan Cruz could be a fucking punt in this team as well, because I think he'll come back into the Cincy midfield because he was doing really well and he didn't really play for Costa Rica. So I think I might try and be a smart arse and play Cruz because he was scoring really well when he was playing. Parks. I've just got a wee bit too much involvement with NYC. No, actually I don't anymore. I've lost Acevedo. So yeah, no Acevedo means Parks will play. Oh Jesus, I maybe want to put Parks somewhere good. What's the division above again? It's Zella Ryan and a super rare midfielder. Do I have a want or a need for Keaton Parks in All-Star D4? No. Or maybe over... No. Home. I like MLS teams at home. NYC at home as well, I suppose. But, nah, I'll stick here. So I don't want any of those guys not to play. Keaton Parks is in good form, but I put him in a shit team. Conundrums. Keaton, you're going into this team, pal, I'm sorry. I'm sure Keaton Parks, with your quality you're going to bring to this team, you will add a real dimension to the team. You will make a valid contribution to FC Barcelona this game week. Gillespie might play. The rest, Kemar Lawrence might play. But the rest of the guys will play, and one of them's a captain, and you'll play, and you'll do really well. So, Keaton Parks, don't you worry about it. Maybe drop Lawrence for Brad Smith. Brad Smith's been like getting subbed and shit, so I don't really want to be relying on that. I think that's kind of the only option I've got. I don't see Finlay playing. I don't. Actually, let me check Philly. That's interesting. Let's check Philly. We'll check Philly real quickly. I'm not too long for getting out of here. We'll check Philly for yellows, and if like Jack Elliott or Glesnes, whatever his name is, I've picked up a couple of yellows, and maybe Finlay plays, and that could be a shrewd move for the ex-Celt Scotland international. I think he's got a cap or two. That clip of Higuain not even running into the box is too funny, I know. But it was in the first half. He scored at 89 that game week. That's what I also couldn't believe, you know. So, you know, it's just one clip. Look, there it's there. It's on the page, like footage of Higuain. It's so funny. Let's see. Any guys on 5 yellows? Not a bunch of frees, but if you've got Jamero Montiero, nah, he's on 6. He's probably served that by now. But nah, so I'm not expecting Finlay to play. I'm going to go with Kemar Lawrence because Jamaica should be back in town and blah blah blah. Yeah, magic. So I think that may be us, guys. Thanks a lot for tuning in. Wish me luck for the game week ahead. Make sure you check out Hendo's channel. Make sure you check out Simply Alex, Chris Quirk, John, RotoWire. Check out all the content. There's tons of it splashed around tomorrow. And you know what always happens on a Friday as well is all the podcasts come out. So John, Hybe, and You'll Never Walk Alone. You know, so it's you guys, these times of the game week, guys, it's just going to get ramped up. All the fun is being had Thursdays and Fridays, content wise, and then when it gets to the weekend, it's just nothing but good old fashioned football, you know. So good times ahead, guys. I'm fucking buzzing. I'm hoping I'm going to do good this game week with only one D2 entry now, but I think that's very good information that we've got, and I'm fucking buzzing for it. If you've not watched this live, you've watched it after we've been live, thank you very much for joining the stream. It means a lot to me. Do make sure you drop a comment, let me know what the team and what league you're going for in this game week. Like, subscribe, share, retweet, all that good stuff, guys. If you're watching this after we've been live, YouTube will show you some stuff that you might like to see. If you are watching this live, thank you very much. Rubio offered to South American club Badgie, the new Colorado Rapids striker. He's off to Penarol. That's some breaking news there from Noble Hesse. Thank you very much, Noble Hesse. You've been a great contributor, as well as all the other guys, XMK, Rob Turner, Malky, Josh Forth, Mike Basson, all the guys in the house, Shrewsbury Wolf, XMK, I'm kind of into naming you all now. Moldy, Evan, Misaki, Matty Boy, Eddie Morts, Noble Hesse again. Use it all legends. Thanks a lot, guys. Have a great game week. I'll catch you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.